Babe, was everything okay with you? You looked really down last night, and this morning too. I wanted to talk to you more, but I didn't have time since I had to leave for work. Is something up?
I wanted to talk to you about something too, actually. It's about the wedding.
Don't tell me you're getting cold feet.
No, of course not. Don't worry, it's nothing like that. It's just about the costs. I know we said we were gonna pay half the costs ourselves and get both our sets of parents to cover the other half.
Yeah, that's what we agreed, right? We've saved up about half of the estimate the bridal planner gave us, and we already asked our parents to cover the other half, right? Right?
I mean, yeah, that's what we agreed, but I don't think my dad can actually afford to contribute at all. You remember how I told you he got laid off last year? Well, he still hasn't been able to find a new job. He's been trying really hard, but nothing's landed. He's been eating into his savings for a while, and I'm worried about him, so I don't really want to ask him to contribute to the wedding, to be honest.
Oh, is that what you're worried about? I completely understand, don't worry. I understand that things have been tough on your dad since your mom passed away a few years ago. And even more so now that he's between jobs. So don't worry, we don't need to ask him for money. My family isn't struggling, so it's perfectly reasonable to ask them to help out more. I'm sure they'll be happy to cover the other half for us.
Really? Oh, that would be such a huge help. Thank you so much for understanding. You really do have a huge heart. I should have known not to worry.
It's really no problem. I'll ask my parents and let you know what they say.
Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. We agreed that I'd take care of most of the wedding planning, right? Since your job is busier?
Yeah?
Do you mind if we still keep that arrangement? I'm really enjoying the wedding planning. I hope you don't mind me still being in charge, even though most of the money is coming from your family. Do you think this will make your parents want to have a hand in organizing the wedding?
No, don't worry about that. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to take a back seat. You can go ahead and keep talking to the wedding planner, just like before. Don't worry, this doesn't change anything.
Thank you, Leonard. I don't know what I did to deserve such a great boyfriend.
You mean husband, right?
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
Hey, Mom and Dad, how are you guys? Oh, hey, Leonard. We're doing okay. How are you?
Is something wrong? Why did you message us in this group chat?
Yeah, you usually only message us both when you want something. Oh, haha, very funny. And I hate to prove you right, but that might just be the case this time too. Oh, what happened? It's about the wedding. Do you remember our original agreement?
Yes, of course, dear. You and Michelle were going to pay around 50%, while us and Michelle's dad were going to cover 25% each, respectively.
Yeah, that's what we agreed on. But earlier today, Michelle told me her dad is having some financial difficulties. Oh, really? He has still not found a new job? No, it seems like he hasn't. He's apparently been job hunting pretty hard, but it seems like he hasn't been able to land anything.
That's really too bad. Poor dear.
I know, right? I know it's not his fault. His old company just went bust. There was nothing that he could do. At his age, I guess it's harder than it seems to land a job. Yeah, I can sympathize with that. Don't worry, we'll cover the other half. We're not exactly struggling, so it would be pretty cruel of us to expect him to match our contribution. You're fine with that, right, dear?
Yes, of course. It's the right thing to do.
Oh, thank you guys, you're the best. I knew I could count on you.
How are things going with you at the restaurant?
Pretty good, thanks. It's hard work being a head chef, but the promotion has certainly eased a lot of my worries regarding the wedding.
That's great to hear. I'm glad you're doing well.
I still wish you joined the family business, but if cooking is your passion, I'm not gonna stop you. I get it already, Dad. We've had this conversation before. I know. Oh, also, Michelle still wants to take care of organizing the wedding, so could you guys just wire us the money? She's gonna meet the wedding planner later this week. No, sure, that's no problem at all. It's all pretty exciting though, right? I can't believe you're getting married so soon.
I know. My little boy is really all grown up.
Don't start this again. Anyway, thanks for the help. We really appreciate it.
Anytime. Please don't hesitate to ask us for anything at all. You know we're always here for you.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, guys. I know I can always count on you. We'll get the wedding invites out in a couple of weeks, so look forward to it.
Will do.
Thanks again, and I'll talk to you later. Hey babe, you know how I usually drive past your dad's house on my way home?
Hey, honey. Yeah, what about it?
I've noticed a pretty big truck parked in his driveway the last few times. Do you know what that's all about? It's not his, is it?
Oh, I think it actually might be his. Did I not tell you?
Tell me what?
You know how my dad has been having a hard time finding work?
Yeah?
Well, he decided to solve that problem by making his own job. He's self-employed now.
What? How? Since when? Where did he get the money? I have so many questions.
Calm down, honey. It was the perfect solution. You know how my dad loves to cook, just like you?
Yeah, he's shown a lot of interest in my career every time we've met him. That's true.
Well, he decided to take that passion and start a catering business. Isn't that great?
Wow, well, that's pretty unexpected to say the least. Isn't it pretty expensive to start a whole business, though? Where is he getting the money from?
Oh, some of his friends were happy to act as investors, apparently. Anyway, the important thing is he's back on his feet. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, I guess so. And I know he's really interested in cooking and everything. But is he really qualified to start a catering business? I had to go through years of training before I could work in a restaurant. Is he really gonna be okay?
Yeah, his cooking is the best. Well, tied with yours, of course. I have no doubt he's gonna be a great cook.
What kind of food is he selling anyway?
Soup. He's gonna sell all kinds of soup. And maybe sandwiches too, like grilled cheese.
That's not a bad idea, I suppose. But still, it's a risky business to start. Food-related businesses are tough, you know? Since everything you buy is gonna go bad eventually, you have to make sure you use everything quickly. Even if he doesn't sell any soup one day, he's just gonna have to throw everything he made out and eat the losses.
Yeah, I'm sure he's aware of all that. What do you think of quitting your job and joining him? Since you're pretty knowledgeable, the two of you would be unstoppable.
I hope you're kidding. I wish your dad all the best and everything, but I'm still not convinced this food truck is even gonna work out. Never mind joining the venture myself.
Well, if you ever change your mind, he'd be thrilled to take you on. You really shouldn't underestimate my dad, you know. He's a great cook and an even better businessman.
Oh? Has he run businesses before? Why do you say he's a great businessman?
Well, he hasn't, but he told me his last company would have gone under years earlier if he wasn't there. He's really an amazing guy, my dad.
Oh, really? Well, if he said so, it must be true.
Don't doubt him. He's really got a great head on his shoulders. He raised a daughter, like me, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's one thing we can both agree on. He did a good job there.
That's more like it.
Anyway, tell your dad I wish him all the best. And if he wants any advice on cooking, he can contact me.
Will do. Hey, I had some ideas about the wedding I wanted to run by you. If you have a minute, check them out. I wanted to talk to you about it last night, but I forgot. What do you think?
Are you sure that this is the right link? It's just the link to a nearby park website.
I know, right? Isn't it great?
Huh? I am so confused. Are you saying you want to get married in the park?
Yeah. I looked into it and it seems like a great idea. A lot of people do it. It'll be beautiful.
Well, if you don't mind, then I'm fine with it, I guess. Are you sure you're okay with it, though? We've saved up quite a lot of money, right? I'm sure we can afford a church or a hotel or something fancier.
Yeah, we saved up a lot, but weddings are expensive these days. Even a park wedding is gonna cost so much.
Did the wedding planner suggest it?
Oh, yeah, it was her idea, actually. And another idea, we could get my dad to do the catering.
What? Are you sure? You want our guests to eat soup and grilled cheese sandwiches at our wedding?
Yeah, it'll be great, right?
Are you sure?
Yeah, everyone will love it. Everyone hates all that pretentious food you usually see at weddings, right? It'll be a breath of fresh air to have some good old-fashioned American food.
Well, okay, I guess, if that's what you want. I guess if we're having the wedding in a park and we're using your dad for catering, we won't need all the money we've saved, right?
Oh, actually, we're using it all.
Really? How?
Well, a park is actually a lot more expensive than you might think. And my dad wants to get the finest ingredients for the wedding and to feed all those people. Even if he's not taking a service fee, it's still going to be expensive. And then there's the wedding planner. Her fee is a lot higher than I expected.
Do we even need the wedding planner if we're gonna get married in a park and eating your dad's soup?
Hey, if I didn't know any better, I'd say there was some sarcasm in that message. Just trust me, okay? Just because the wedding's in a park and my dad's taking care of the catering, it doesn't mean it's not going to be worth the money we set aside. It'll be amazing. Just wait and see.
Okay, I guess I'll just trust you.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, hey, Michelle. How's my little princess? Thanks again for the investment. Mixed soup and sandwiches is gonna take the country by storm.
Don't I know it? I just wanted to update you on the wedding. Leonard's so excited to have you do our catering.
I knew he would be. I'm gonna blow everyone's socks off. Just you wait and see. My menu is gonna be all anyone's talking about. Sorry for upstaging your wedding.
Don't worry. I'm sure they'll remember the whole wedding forever thanks to your amazing food.
You know it. I've actually come up with a really great new idea. I'm gonna serve a pineapple beef soup. It is gonna be amazing.
Wow, I can't wait. That sounds delicious. And actually, there's one more thing I wanted to message you about the whole investment thing. Maybe don't mention it to anyone at the wedding.
No? Why not? You said Leonard was really excited to be investing, right? You even said he was on board with becoming my trainee. Why shouldn't I talk about it?
I think he hasn't told any of his family about it. That's why. I don't want the spotlight of my wedding to be taken by this. You understand, right?
Oh yeah, sure, that makes sense. I understand. I won't talk about it then.
Thanks, Dad. I knew you'd understand. Anyway, see you at the wedding.
What the hell was with that wedding, huh? You'd think with how much money Leonard's parents have, they'd put a bit more money into it.
Don't worry about that, Dad. I was happy. That's all that matters. What was everyone's deal about the food, though, huh? I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine. A bunch of stuck-up rich people were never gonna appreciate real American cooking.
You might have a point there. I was surprised by how many guests didn't finish their soup. I thought it was delicious. Such a waste.
Yeah, well, you can't please everyone, huh? Like I said, they were probably used to eating their frog hide or crocodile legs or whatever rich people eat. I'm sure my soup will be a real hit with the real American people. I'm just surprised even Leonard didn't finish his soup.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that was just because of how nervous he was about the wedding. He probably thought it was delicious.
You think so?
I know so.
If they want to complain, they should have paid me more anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, when are you going for the honeymoon?
Next week. I can't wait. We're spending a week in the Bahamas. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah, that sounds real nice. I'm sure you're gonna have a great time. You want to leave me a key to your house while you're gone? I'll take care of the plants and everything while you're away.
Oh, would you? That would be great. Hey, how about coming around for dinner? I'm sure Leonard feels bad about not finishing his food at the wedding. He'll probably love the chance to cook for you.
Oh, that sounds great. I can pick up a key then too. And it'll be a good chance for me to see if Leonard is even worthy of working for my beloved food truck.
Yeah, but I'm sure you won't be disappointed. He's a great chef. His cooking is only second to yours.
Okay, then it's settled. When should I come over?
How about tomorrow?
Sounds great.
Hey, honey. Or should I say, hubby?
Hey, honey. What's up? I'm at work now, so I might not be able to message much.
I just wanted to ask you if you mind having Dad over for dinner tomorrow? It's your day off, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. I actually wanted to talk to you about that.
About what? My dad?
Yeah, what did you think of the catering at the wedding? Was that how his soup usually tastes?
Yeah, it was pretty great, right? He's gonna take the country by storm, don't you think?
I think a lot of the guests, myself included, thought it was a little bit more, inedible.
What? I think you're just confused, honey, since you were so stressed at the wedding. I told you you should have taken this week off work.
I'm not confused, I'm just being honest. I was wondering whether or not I should have told you this directly, but the food your father served at our wedding was a little bit different from what everyone was expecting. What the hell was that soup? Beef and pineapple?
Yeah, it's unique and different. It's not my fault if most of our relatives and friends aren't adventurous enough to enjoy new foods.
Well, I mean, if you liked it and you don't have a problem with everyone's reactions, it's fine by me, I guess. It was just a little unusual, that's all.
Well, thanks for being honest with me. I'll pass the feedback to my dad. Maybe he needs to try and make food that appeals to the general public, not just foodies.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, he's really looking forward to trying your cooking tomorrow. I've told him so much about what a great chef you are, so he's really excited.
Oh, I'm cooking?
Yeah, of course you are, silly. Is there a problem?
I've told you this before, but I really don't like cooking for other people on my days off. You know I cook every day at work, and I kind of want to relax on my days off. I don't mind cooking simple food for the two of us, but I wish you'd at least ask me before you invite other people for me to cook for. You do this all the time, inviting friends of yours and telling them I'll cook them exactly what we serve at the restaurant.
Yeah, I'll remember to ask you next time. It's fine this time though, right? You'll cook tomorrow?
Well, I don't have much of a choice now, do I? I guess you've already invited your dad over.
Yep.
Okay, then fine. I guess I'm cooking.
You're the best. See you when you get home.
Yeah, see you. Thanks for coming over today. It was really nice seeing you again. Oh, yeah, thank you too, Leonard. I really appreciate your cooking for me and everything. That's fine, but can I ask if there was a problem? What do you mean? I mean, you didn't really finish the food. Didn't you like it? Oh, no, it was fine. It was just a little bit more simple than what I'm used to. More simple than what you're used to? What do you mean by that? Just the flavors were basic. Do you want me to be completely honest? Yeah, sure, go ahead. I actually got bored of eating it after a few bites. I don't know what you serve at that restaurant, but my suggestion is you try pushing the boundaries a little more when it comes to cooking. That's the only way you're gonna develop. Okay, well, thanks for the advice, I guess. I'll keep that in mind. What kind of food do you serve at that restaurant? Is it anything like what you served me tonight? Yeah, actually, we're a French restaurant. We serve a lot of classic French food, including something similar to the chicken confit I served you today. Well, if you'd like, I could offer my services as a consultant to your restaurant. To be blunt, I don't think it'll last long if you keep serving food as boring as this. What do you say? I think we'll be fine. The customers don't seem to agree with you. Our restaurant is always fully booked. Well, suit yourself, I suppose. My door's always open if you need me. And of course, my offer still stands. What offer? Have you forgotten already? I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Michelle passed on my offer to you, right? For me to take you under my wing? You can work for my mobile culinary business, and I'll teach you everything I know. Wait, what? Michelle never said anything like that to me. And no offense or anything, but I've been through years of training at restaurants with Michelin stars. I really, appreciate the offer, I suppose, but I think I'll pass. You really do have a lot to learn if you think those dinky old stars mean anything. No one cares about them anymore. They're a thing of the past. The world is moving and you gotta move along with it or get left behind. That's what I always say. You can quote me on that. I really respect your opinion and I wish the best for your business, but honestly, I think I'll be fine. You really don't have to be shy, you know? But if you insist on doing your own thing for now, just know that I'll be waiting. It seems like destiny that my daughter would marry a guy interested in cooking while I start my own food business. Thank you, but I'm really gonna have to pass. Okay, well anyway, if or when you change your mind, just shoot me a text. Sure.
Hey, honey, where are you now? I noticed you left the house a bit ago.
Oh, yeah, I just went for a walk. I'll be back soon.
Is something wrong? You usually only go for those walks of yours when you're stressed or annoyed about something.
To be honest, I am. It's your dad.
Oh, right. I'm really sorry about how he was acting this evening. He can be pretty hard-headed and proud.
He barely touched his food. And I was just messaging him a minute ago, and he said some pretty surprising things.
Oh yeah? What did he say?
He said something about you telling him I wanted to be his apprentice or something. Like, I'd believe that. I honestly don't know where he gets these ideas from.
Oh, I actually might have suggested something along those lines to him.
What? Are you actually serious? Why would you do that?
I'm just trying to help you, babe. I know you're already a chef and everything, but you might be able to learn a lot from my dad. I just think you should keep an open mind.
Keep an open mind? Have you already forgotten the nonsense he served at our wedding?
It wasn't nonsense. You don't have to be rude. He's just an experimental chef.
That's not what experimental cooking looks like. Unless you're a broke college student. I'm already a professional chef, but your dad refers to me as some guy who's interested in cooking. It's insulting. And he refers to himself as a mobile culinary business owner. He really thinks he's better than everyone, while serving barely edible nonsense.
I get it already, okay? You aren't interested in working for my dad. I'll pass on the message. You don't have to keep insulting him.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I was just getting carried away. Thanks anyway. I know you're probably just being agreeable with him, but please don't put any ideas in his head. I'm not working for his food truck.
Okay. I'll pass the message on to him.
Thank you. That's all I'm asking for. Anyway, let's put this behind us. We're going on our honeymoon soon, so let's just look forward to that.
Exactly. Thank you. Let's forget about this and just look forward to our honeymoon. We're flying in less than a week.
I know, right? I can't wait. Hey, son. How's the honeymoon going? Are you guys having fun? Oh, hey, Mick. Yeah, we're having a blast. Is something wrong? Oh no, nothing's wrong. I just thought I should let you know that I'm moving my stuff in today. I wanted to message you directly to thank you for your understanding and for letting me stay at your house. Wait, what? Are you kidding? You're not actually moving into our house, are you? Yeah, I'm moving into your house today. Didn't Michelle talk to you about this? No, she most certainly didn't. She's taking a spot at the hotel right now, so I can't ask her. So if you're kidding, please just tell me now. I am not kidding. Michelle said you'd be fine with it. The truth is, I was evicted a few months back, and I've been living in my van. What? Why were you evicted? Turns out, they do that when you miss rent for a few months. Anyway, I thought it worked out for the best anyway, since I could just live in my van and do my business, but I've ran into some unexpected problems. I was just showering at gyms, but the business isn't going well as I expected, so I can't afford the gym memberships anymore. Plus, the other day, I forgot to screw the lids to the soup barrels properly. So when I drove, soup spilled everywhere. You should have seen it. It was like a crime scene. Well, I'm really sorry about all of that, but you can't just move into our house. We only have one bedroom. Yeah, don't worry. You guys can stay on the couch. I have thought of everything. So please don't stress. Excuse me? You can't be implying what I think you are. Are you saying you intend on stealing our only bedroom? You really do love using hyperbolic language, don't you? It's not really stealing, is it? I'm just using it. I'm a lot older than you. You should be happy to be offering it to me. What's with the attitude? This is insane. You need to get out of our house. I'm gonna talk to my wife. Please don't move our stuff before I do that, or I'll be forced to call the police. Oh, you're being so dramatic. How about this instead? I'll just make myself comfortable here, and we can iron out the details when you get back. No way, there is no way I would agree to that. You need to get out of our house. That's all there is to it. There is no more discussion to be had. What do you want me to do? Live in a van full of soup? I'm not some kind of soup fish swimming around in soup. I'm an adult man. I need a bed. That doesn't mean you can take ours. Listen, I'm sorry I never thanked you at the wedding, but Michelle told me to hold off on talking about it. But thank you to you and your family, honestly. What are you thanking us for exactly? For the investment, of course. I could have never started my own business without you. Investment? What investment? Oh, no need to be modest. The investment for my business you and your family gave me. You don't need to be shy. Michelle told me everything. What exactly did she tell you? Because this is all news to me. Oh, don't be like that now. A little while ago, she sent me a ton of money and said you and your family were interested in investing in my business. Oh, did she now? Yeah, she also told me you're pretty shy about wanting to come under my wing. But you really don't have to be. That's another reason I thought living in the same house might be good for us. I can teach you every day. Isn't that great? Oh, you're gonna teach me. Yeah, I'll train you in the ways of the soup, don't you worry. I'd be honored to take you as my apprentice, so don't worry. Please don't be shy. It's all fine. I'm more than happy to do this for you. I've tried to be as polite as I could, but it's really getting to be too much for me. I am not interested in becoming your apprentice or anything, okay? And this isn't me being shy or anything. You are the worst cook I've ever met. Your soup can barely even be called food. How dare you? If you hate my food so much, why did you get your family to invest so much money into my business? I didn't. That's what I'm confused about too. Can you tell me how much money Michelle sent you? Oh, don't pretend you don't know. It's from your family. I told you already that it isn't. Just tell me how much she sent you. $50,000? What? Where did Michelle get all that money from? From you. Seriously, she doesn't have the means to come up with that kind of cash on her own. Even though you're so young, are you showing signs of dementia before me? It must have come from your family. Besides, why would she lie? I don't know, but I know for a fact neither me nor my family has any part in that investment. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Michelle, we need to talk. I was gonna wait for you to get back from the spa, but I really need to talk to you now.
What's up, babe? If you want to order room service, just go ahead.
I'm not kidding around. Your dad messaged me.
Oh yeah? To wish us a happy honeymoon probably, right?
Well, yes, that, and he let me know some very interesting things.
Oh yeah? What did he talk to you about?
He said something about an investment for me and my family.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna talk to you about that.
So it's true. Did you give him $50,000 and tell him it was an investment from us?
Honey, please, don't be mad. I just believe in my dad. I knew that money was coming back to us tenfold, so there's really nothing to worry about.
Are you insane? Of course there's something to worry about. That money is never coming back to us. Your father's business has pretty much tanked already.
Don't be so negative. My dad's really resourceful. He started dozens of businesses in the past. He'll figure it out. And then we'll start getting returns on our investment. Isn't it exciting being a stakeholder in a new business?
I don't even know where to start. But I think I have to start by asking you, where did you even get that money from? There's no way my parents actually gave you money for this.
Well, I was just resourceful.
Resourceful how? I'm gonna need you to be more specific. I also don't believe there's any way you could come up with that money alone. So just be honest, where did you get that money from?
Well, you know how our wedding fund was $58,000?
Oh my god. You didn't do what I think you did you?
Don't be mad. Our wedding was fine, right?
I mean, using the park was fine. I actually really liked that.
Then what's the problem?
We should have at least splashed out on catering or decorations. To be honest, our wedding looked like a picnic.
Oh, you're exaggerating. So what if it was a little minimalistic? And the food should have been a hit. How was I supposed to know everyone would be such a picky eater?
They aren't picky eaters. Your dad is just a terrible chef. No wonder our wedding was so bare. And I'm guessing the wedding planner was a lie altogether, right? You didn't even see the wedding planner after I sent the money, did you?
Well, that's right. I canceled the appointments. I thought I could do it on my own. I just knew that my dad's gonna make this business work. He's had so many businesses, you know. He knows what he's doing.
If I knew what he was doing, he would have had to start again so many times. You need to face the reality of your father being a terrible businessman and an even worse chef.
You need to face the reality of him making strides you simply can't imagine.
Okay, whatever. But there is one more thing we really need to talk about.
And what's that?
Your dad has taken the liberty of moving into our home while we're away. Surely you can't be okay with that too.
What's wrong with that?
You knew?
Yeah, I told him he could. His truck's had a small accident, so he can't stay in it right now. I told him he could stay in our house as long as he needs to. What's wrong with that?
There is so much wrong with that. Didn't it cross your mind that maybe that's something you should have talked to me about?
Why? What difference does it make? He needs somewhere to stay. We have a couch.
He's moving into our bedroom. He told me we can sleep on the couch.
Well, that makes sense too. He is older than us. We should respect that and let him sleep on the bed.
I don't even know what to say. I know you've always been a huge fan of your dad's. To be honest, I was a little confused by it from the start. The man doesn't seem to possess any traits like being hardworking or consistent. I don't understand why you look up to him so much. You said it yourself too, right? He was barely even spending time with you when you were growing up.
If you don't stop bad-mouthing my dad, I'm just gonna go home. I don't think I can enjoy being on a honeymoon with someone who disrespects my family like this.
Wait, no, don't go. We'll get through this. Let's just talk about it, okay?
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. There's nothing we can do, right? Either let my dad stay with us or make him live in his soup-filled van. Would you rather he lived in the van?
No, I didn't say that.
Then we're done talking. How about we don't discuss this anymore and just enjoy the rest of our honeymoon? We can talk to my dad when we get home and discuss a way to get him on his own 2 feet again. How about that?
Sure, I guess that's all we can do. Where are you? Why didn't you cook breakfast? What? Why would I cook breakfast? I'm at work already, of course. I have to be here from 6 a.m. I'm the head chef. So, why didn't you wake up earlier and cook breakfast for Michelle? I thought I could wake up early too, and we could cook together. It would be a good start to your training. Okay, I know we haven't had a chance to talk since we got back from the honeymoon, but you need to slow down with things like that. I never agreed to anything like that, okay? We have our own routines, which we are more than fine with. I go to work a lot earlier than Michelle, so of course I'm not cooking her breakfast every day. What's the point of having a chef husband if you can't even cook for us? What a disgrace. With all due respect, Mick, this is our house that you're living in. You don't have any right to make demands about how we should be living. Me and Michelle have been just fine until now. We really don't need your opinion or your input on our dynamic or routine. I'm just giving my opinion. Are you saying I shouldn't give my opinion? You can give your opinion as much as you want. I'm just saying I don't have time to cook breakfast before leaving for work. You could just wake up earlier. I could, but I'm not going to, okay? If you can't accept that, then you are free to cook breakfast for her yourself. Anyway, I am done talking about this. I have to get back to work. Wait, don't speak to me like that. I am your elder. It's bad enough that you've made my precious daughter continue her career, but you won't even cook for her? Even though you're a chef? This is really an outrage. I knew she made a mistake when she picked someone like you to marry. Someone like me? What is that supposed to mean? From the moment I saw you, I knew you wouldn't be able to support my precious daughter. I should have trusted my instinct. I should have never let Michelle marry someone so rude. It's not too late, though. If you want to show me how serious you are, you're still more than welcome to come and be my apprentice. You've got to be kidding me. After insulting me so much, you think I'd be interested in becoming your apprentice? Even though I was never interested in the first place? You are beyond delusional, and I am not entertaining this discussion anymore. Michelle can show you where everything is, and you can cook her breakfast if you want to. This conversation is done.
What did you say to my dad? He is really upset.
He was demanding I wake up earlier and cook breakfast for you. I told him that's not how we do things, and he got upset. That's all. We really need to have the talk with him soon.
What talk?
About him moving out already? I can't live like this. I can't deal with him. Just this morning, when he messaged me to tell me to make breakfast every day, he was so rude to me.
There's no point talking to him. Just let him stay for now. We can talk to him later. Let's give him some time to rest and settle in.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you had no intention of even asking him to leave.
Can you stop badgering on about the same thing all the time? And maybe it wouldn't hurt to listen to him once in a while. He's much older than us, right? Is it so hard to believe that he might actually have some wisdom to share?
Yes, that is very hard to believe.
That's enough. I am not going to listen to you disrespect to my father anymore. We're done with this conversation.
Hey, Dad, are you free to talk right now? Oh, yeah, sure, but your mom is sleeping on the couch next to me. So, could we just talk over text? Oh, what's up? Yeah, sure. Actually, a lot is up. Oh? What happened? It's about Michelle, and more specifically, her dad. I wanted to get your opinion and advice on the situation. Sure, tell me what's happened. Well, where to start? You remember our wedding. Oh, yeah, of course I do. It was pretty underwhelming, right? Especially how after you gave us around $30,000? Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but it was a lot less than I expected. Well, I just found out why. Oh, and why is that? Michelle gave most of the wedding money to her dad as an investment for his food truck business. What? I know, it was really shocking, and the worst part is I found out the truth during our honeymoon, so I couldn't even enjoy the rest of the trip. This is unbelievable. Why would she do that? Did she suggest giving her dad that much money in the past? No, she didn't. That's the strangest part. It just came out of nowhere. I never would have imagined she'd do such a thing. But at the same time, I wonder if I've just had my eyes closed this whole time. How do you mean? What do you think you've had your eyes closed to? To Michelle and her relationship with her father. She really just does whatever he says. I'm starting to think I should never have been that surprised in the first place. Maybe it was only a matter of time until he made some ridiculous request like this from her and she'd indulge him. But this is really too much. It's basically theft. This is unacceptable. I'll speak to my lawyer and figure out this whole thing. I'm sure we can take them to small claims court and get the money back. Yeah, we really should do that. I'm really sorry. What are you sorry for? This isn't your fault. But because of me, you lost a lot of money. It's okay, we'll get it back. Thanks, Dad. There is also another problem I'm having too. Oh, really? There's more? What else has happened? Well, it turns out he had been living in that food truck for a while. What? What happened to his apartment? He couldn't pay the rent, apparently. So he was evicted. And he had a little accident in the truck, spilling soup all over the place. So he can't live there anymore. So he took the liberty of moving himself into our place. What? Were you really okay with that? He didn't even ask. Michelle gave him a key for him to house sit while we were in the Bahamas. Without asking me if that was okay first, of course. And then, while we were away, he just moved himself in. And now Michelle is super against doing anything about it. She doesn't even want to hear about kicking him out. This is really crazy. I can't believe this. You need to act now. The longer you let this go on, the fewer rights you'll have. What do you mean? I don't want to be rude or anything, but are you sure about your marriage with Michelle? I know you might think it's too late to change your mind now, since you're married, but it's not. If this is how she's acting now, just think about how much worse it could get in the future. I know, my head is in the exact same place right now. I've tried talking to Michelle so many times, but I think it's pointless. I am done trying anymore, to be honest. I'm just focused on how to get the two of them out of my life. Okay, if that's what you decide, I can give you some practical advice. How about meeting for a coffee? That would be great. Let's meet at that cafe near your place in about an hour, then. Sound good? Sounds perfect. See you then.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, baby, how's it going? You on your way home?
Yep, I'll be there soon. Isn't it great living together?
Yeah, it's the best. I told you it'd be fun.
I know. I should learn to trust you more. You really are right about everything, all the time.
I'm glad you finally realized.
Hey, I never disagreed.
True. You've always been an angel.
True that. But there's something I need to talk to you about, Dad. Is it true you messaged Leonard to tell him he should be cooking breakfast for me in the mornings?
Well, yeah, of course that's true. He should be. What's the point in having a chef husband if he isn't even gonna take care of you?
Well, I appreciate you looking out for me, Pops, but don't message Leonard stuff like that. He just gets mad, and he's not ready to learn under you about the food truck stuff either. So just give it some time, okay? I'm sure he'll come around eventually.
When? Don't you think it's such a waste having me here and him not even learning anything from me?
While I agree it is a wasted opportunity for him, we can't force him to do anything. Just give him a little time. He'll come around and come to you himself eventually. I know it.
Well, if you're sure.
For now, you just need to get on his good side. Otherwise, he's gonna keep trying to get you to leave. I want you to live with us forever, so you're gonna have to get along.
I know. Okay, got it. I'll tone it down a little and stop being pushy with him. You happy, Pookie?
Yes, thanks, Dad. That's all I'm asking for. He'll come around on his own, I'm sure of it. Once he gets a few more chances to try your cooking, he'll be begging you to teach him your secrets.
If you're sure. And you know I'm gonna need a little more money soon too. Since I spilled all the soup, I need a lot of new ingredients. Think you could get him to slide me a couple more grand?
Yeah, I'll ask him about it, but he's been pretty stingy lately. He used to always buy me so much jewelry all the time, but recently, since this stuff with you has come up, he's been spending a lot less. So let's give it a couple days, huh? Try and get along with him better, and he'll probably happily slide you some money.
Okay, got it. I'll follow your advice and try to be a little more patient.
Thanks, Dad. The three of us will be a happy family in no time.
Hey, Michelle, we really need to talk about things. Are you free now? Can you meet me somewhere?
Where are you? Just come home and we can talk.
I am not stepping foot in that house until we talk.
What are you being so dramatic about now?
I'm not being dramatic. It absolutely stinks. I've tried talking to you about this so many times. I am not okay with your dad living with us. He is absolutely filthy. His cooking smells like sewage. I can't live in the same space with him. Even if we did get along well, I never signed up to live with my father-in-law. Never mind living with a man as filthy as Mick.
I told you to stop insulting my dad. I'm not gonna put up with it much longer.
Are you saying the smell really doesn't bother you? Or all of the garbage he leaves around the house?
He is an artist. This is how artists live. It's an honor to live with him. I wish you could open your mind a little and see that.
Artist? An honor? Okay, I have really had enough. This morning when I got out of bed, I actually stepped on wet eggshells. In our bedroom. This isn't normal. I've been stepping on eggshells metaphorically long enough. I really didn't need to have the literal experience too. It's either him or me. You need to choose.
I am not choosing. He's my dad, and I love him. You need to make the choice. Either accept my dad for the wonderful, creative, free soul that he is, or lose the best thing that ever happened to you. AKA me.
Fine, you told me all you needed to. There's no need for us to talk in person.
Glad you finally come around.
Hey, Leonard, open the door. My key doesn't seem to be working. I think there's something in the keyhole. Nope, the keyhole is completely fine. I've just changed the locks. You've done what? Why would you have done that, you stupid boy? Open this door this instant. I live there. I have rights. Nope, you don't. In this state, you have to stay over 14 days to legally be considered a resident. Luckily, my father gave me that info, or I would have been screwed. Thankfully, now you have no right to demand access to my home. Just you wait until Michelle hears about this. She won't let you get away with treating me this way. I couldn't really care less about that either. I'm divorcing her. I've packed up both of your things. Those boxes on the front porch are your things. So go ahead and have fun. Michelle, talk to your husband. He's kicking us out.
Huh? Leonard, what's going on?
I've had enough of the two of you. I've tried reasoning with you, Michelle, but you refuse to talk about anything. So I finally realized the only way to settle this is by taking extreme action. I'm divorcing you, Michelle.
You can't do this. Why are you divorcing me? We can talk about this.
I've tried talking to you so many times, but I've given up. I finally realized there's no point. I've changed the locks so the two of you can go kick rocks for all I care.
You can't do this. That's my house.
It's not actually. This house is completely in my name. I bought it before we even got married, so you have no right to it. You can try and take me to court to let you live here, but since we're getting divorced too, I doubt the court is gonna help you. And your dad has no right as a resident at all either way, since he was here under 2 weeks.
Don't do this, please. Let's talk about this.
There's no more talking to be done unless, are you willing to kick your dad out?
Yes, we can kick him out. Just let me back in.
Michelle, what are you saying?
Leonard, please give me another chance.
After that day, Michelle begged me to give her another chance. But despite how badly I wanted her to see her father for the mooch he was, I have to admit, I felt a little sorry for him at that point, seeing how easily she would abandon him when the realization set in. The realization of how it would affect her badly to keep him around. So, only agreeing to kick him out after I changed the locks and threatened divorce actually had the opposite effect. It only made me sure of my decision to divorce her and move on in my life, which is exactly what I've done. It's been over a year since that day now, and I heard things only got worse for the two of them. After I kicked them out, they both ended up cleaning Mick's van together and trying to live in it together. Michelle never really earned enough to even support herself, never mind her father too, since she only ever wanted to work part-time. So it's not like they could afford an apartment. I have no idea where they are now, or if they're still living in that van, but I couldn't really care less. As for me, I couldn't be better. Things are going great for me. I'm even opening my restaurant pretty soon. I haven't fully settled on a menu yet, but I know one thing for sure. Soup will not be on the menu. Tiffany, come on, what are you doing right now? I need you to message me back. I've been trying to call you for ages now. This is an emergency. I need to know what you've done.
Oh my god, Greg, can you just give me a break for once? You know how much I like to sleep on the bus. What is it? Why are you bothering me so much?
What do you mean, why am I bothering you so much? It's clear you're in my car, right? Don't you know I have to use that to get to work? Why would you take it?
Babe, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't need to take your car. You know I catch the bus, right?
Don't lie to me. If that were true, then my car would be here, isn't it? Let me guess. You were late for work today and you decided to drive instead of taking the bus. Come on, admit it.
Oh my god, do you actually think I would do something like that? Your car is just so icky. It's not girly at all. I want a car that makes me feel fabulous and doesn't make me feel like I'm gonna drive to a dirt rally or something.
Tiffany, I am not in the mood to be playing games. I'm meant to be at work right now. Everyone is going crazy about what's going on. I'm trying to tell them that I'm getting there as soon as I can, but I don't know where the car is.
Well, I don't know. I'm on the bus. What do you want me to do about it? Wave my wand and have the car magically appear there? Babe, you're so totally ruining my beauty sleep. You know how much I need this to do my job, right?
Tiffany, there is a whole car gone missing. Where the hell could it have gone? Are you seriously trying to tell me that this thing was stolen? Do I have to call the police and tell them it was stolen?
Well, I don't know. Probably. I guess there's always that other possibility.
What are you talking about? What other possibility?
I don't know, maybe my brother Corey needed to borrow it for a bit. He's probably driving it. He's the only one in the house, right?
What did you just say? Are you kidding me right now? Corey? Are you seriously telling me Corey is the one driving it?
Look, I don't know. Maybe he is. Well, is he at home at the moment?
He isn't. Actually, you might have a point that he's probably in that car. Damn it! What the hell is that kid thinking? Alright, look, I'm sorry for bothering you. Get your beauty sleep or whatever. You and I will talk when you get back home. I'm gonna give Corey a ring. I'm praying to God that he has that car. If he does, I am gonna kill him for it. Corey! Corey!
Man, what are you doing right now? We have got an emergency back at home. I need you to message me straight away. What are you doing right now? Give me a ring.
Whoa, man, can you just slow down? It's the crack of dawn right now. Everyone's just woken up. I don't think my brain is gonna process fast enough with all those messages you're sending me. How about you just chill out?
What do you mean, just chill out? Look, Corey, I know that you're a bit dazed right now and you're probably on some sort of substance, but we've got a situation at home. My car is missing. You wouldn't happen to know what's happened to it, would you? That thing is my life's blood. I can't get on with my day without it. Please, just tell me you know where it is.
Hey, man, you've gotta just chill out, It's all good. I've got the little beast with me here right now. I'm keeping it safe and sound. Don't worry.
Okay, so you have my car. That's a relief. But I need to ask you a question. What the hell do you think you're doing with my car?
What do you mean? That's a family vehicle, right? That's for the household.
What do you mean that's for the household? We all know that's my car.
Yeah, well, I get that. But you know what they say, right? Sharing is caring. I'm like your little brother-in-law, man. Come on. You gotta let me borrow it every now and then.
What do you mean let you borrow it? Corey, you don't just take my car without my permission. Just what are you thinking right now?
Well, what I'm thinking is that I'm really hungry for a good feed and there's nothing really good at home. Oh, come on. You know how far McDonald's is away from home, right? There's just no way I'm gonna get on my little tricycle and ride myself down there. Your car is super useful. Oh, don't be a pain in the butt, man. Just let me use it, man.
Corey, you're not in a position to use my car. How would you like it if I just used your things, huh? What if I went into your room and just started watching your TV? Or I began playing on your video games. You'd feel pretty annoyed about it, wouldn't you?
Hey, man, I don't know about that. I've been begging you to play games with me for a long time now. You just gotta give it a chance. They're pretty fun. There's some awesome storylines and stuff. It's just like Netflix, but you're the guy shooting all the bad guys.
Corey, this isn't a joke right now. You've got no idea what position you've put me in. I need my car now. What's your ETA?
Hey man, like I said, I'm at McDonald's. And you know what time it is, right? It's rush hour. Everyone wants to get the feed before work. And I'm stuck in the queue.
What do you mean you're stuck in the queue?
Well, there's a ton of people here. I'm sandwiched in the hamburger I'm gonna eat.
This has gotta be a joke. MTV, where are the cameras? This is just the most stupid circumstance I have ever heard of. I can't believe this is happening again. How long is it gonna take for you to get out of there?
Well, look, man, I don't know. I'm gonna say pretty long. I mean, I was looking at the other cars and they're packed full of families and stuff, right? They're probably gonna be ordering a family feast and it's gonna take ages for this line to move. I'm probably gonna say about 1 hour before I get home.
Why? God, why does this have to be me? What did I do to deserve this? Why is this what I have to put up with on a daily basis?
Hey man, just chill out. It's not that bad. I mean, are you gonna, die just because you can't get to work?
Corey, don't you dare tell me what to do. I don't want to hear it from you.
Well, what I'm saying, man, I'm just looking out for you here. You don't have to be so stressed about things so much. I mean, look at me. I'm living my life pretty happily and I'm not stressing at all.
Oh, you don't even want to get started on that. I'm not surprised that a guy that sits in his room all day playing video games doesn't get stressed. You haven't had a job in years.
Hey, bro, don't try and look down on me like that. It's still pretty tough, I'm in university and whatever.
Oh, get real, Corey. You haven't been to a class in ages. This is just nuts. all the meetings I had this morning, I have to get in contact with everyone and let them know what's going on. I probably won't get there until half the day is done.
Honestly, man, your vibe is just like really out of whack. You need to learn to take things slow. I mean, not everything has to be like a big rush all the time. You know, you gotta become more like the Buddhist monks. They don't care about anything. They just sit in a room looking at the wall all day and they're still fine with their lives.
Corey, I'm saying this for your own good. Shut your mouth before I shut it for you.
Hey, bro, just like, what is your problem? I'm just like all love and peace, and you're just like so angry all the time.
Corey, I'm angry all the time because I have a fully grown man living in my house that basically walks around wearing a diaper. I cannot believe you would do this. The amount of times you put me in a situation like this, I am starting to reach my limit.
Look, bro, I know you're angry and stuff, and you know what? Okay, I get it. I did the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have taken your car. But at the same time, man, just chill out, you know? What do you want? I can get you a McFlurry. Everyone loves a McFlurry. Come on, you gotta admit that once you eat that little McFlurry, you're gonna head into work feeling as bright as morning.
Corey, I don't want your damn McFlurry. I want my car. I want to get to work. What do you think you're doing anyway? Didn't your license get suspended a couple of months ago or something? How can you have the audacity to get into my car and start driving? What if you get pulled over again?
Look, I know, bro. I'm being like super irresponsible and whatever, but like, what's a guy meant to do? I mean, I just got that craving for a Big Mac. You really gonna deny me food? I mean, that's just like a basic necessity for life. Just like, don't be so mean, man. Have a little bit of sympathy for people.
Corey, do you even realize that you're breaking the law at the moment? You're not allowed to be behind a wheel.
Yeah, I know, man. But like, I'm not drinking or anything like last time, right? It'll be fine, it doesn't matter. Come on, you know how much of a good driver I am anyway, don't you?
Corey, the last time I was in the car with you, you saw a girl walking on the sidewalk in her bikini, got distracted, and almost rammed us into the truck in front of us. If that's your definition of a good driver, then we could consider a 12-year-old a good driver behind the wheel.
Hey, bro, just like, come on, you didn't take a good look at her. I mean, if you just saw what I was looking at, you would understand. I mean, she was an absolute knocker. That was like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something. I still remember her now.
Corey, look, I really don't want to listen to that. How's that line going? I really need my car. God, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. I mean, the guys at work are sure gonna start cracking onto me about this.
Well, like, I don't know, man. If you really want the car that quickly, I guess I can give up breakfast. I just, like, really wanted that Big Mac, you know? I'm super hungry. Do you know that feeling when you've been, like, playing video games all night? And it's so fun that you forget to eat? It's pretty hectic, man. I wouldn't try it.
Don't worry, I have got better things to do than stare at a screen shooting lasers at aliens. You said that you can try and get here earlier, right? How are you gonna do that if you're in a queue?
Well, I don't know. It's gonna be a little bit bumpy getting out of here, but there's the garden separating us from the road. It's a curb and everything, but I can kind of like drive over it if you want. But hey, I'm telling you, you owe me a Big Mac if I have to do that.
No. Corey, I don't want you to put a dent on that car. It's bad enough that you're driving in it at the moment. There is no way that I'm gonna have you driving over a garden.
Hey, bro, that's just like so unfair. Like, which is it? Do you want me to go home or not? Come on, let's just bite the bullet and let me eat my Big Mac.
You absolute man, baby. Just hurry up and get your stupid meal and get back here. Hey, Tiffany, what is going on today? Why is it that I can't get in contact with anyone? Am I invisible or something? I'm just guessing people truly don't care what I have to say. This is an absolute nightmare. What a day!
My God, babe, your negative energy is totally bringing me down. Can you just go eat like a McFlurry or something and start cheering up? You can't be infecting everyone with your bad mood, you know?
Tiffany, do you have any idea how much of a disaster today was for me? I can't believe this. I can't believe this has happened.
Well, I mean, come on, babe. What's going on? It can't be that bad. I mean, are you this close to dying or something?
Tiffany, do you have any idea how crucial it was that I was at work today? We were setting up a deal with some new business partners. I mean, why did this have to happen today of all days? It could have been any other day, and I would have been happy to miss it. But why today?
It's just like one more day. You're a hard worker, aren't you? You're sure to get another deal like that again.
Tiffany, you have got no idea. We have been working ourselves up to this deal for ages now. I mean, this was my career on the line. I was this close to getting a promotion. I had everything prepared. It was going to be absolutely perfect. All I had to do was one simple basic thing, and that was just to give my presence. That's all I had to do. All I had to do was be present there. I couldn't even do something like that basic. You know what? Speaking of presents, where are you? It's already 7 o'clock. I thought we were gonna watch some movies tonight.
Oh, yeah, babe. Look, there's a little bit of a complication.
What do you mean, a complication?
Well, we got so wrapped up in doing our photo shoot that we didn't have time to catch the plane. We actually missed it. So I'm currently in a hotel, and I'm going to be catching the plane back there tomorrow.
Great, here we go. This is just exactly my idea of a perfect day. I love it. I have more bad news on top of bad news. What's next? A tornado is coming to wipe everything out of this area? Or am I just being too hopeful? Is it going to be even more drastic than that? Maybe the earth splits and a volcano erupts right in front of our house.
Oh my God, you're just so melodramatic. Come on, babe. Just calm down. It's not that bad.
How could you sit there and just say that to me? How can you say it's not that bad? I thought you were meant to be my wife. Like, why aren't you supporting me right now?
Well, look, I am doing my best to be there for you, but you're just being a little bit dramatic. Today's not as bad as you're making it out to be. I mean, come on. You missed half a day of work. I think anyone would be happy with that.
Tiffany, it's not like you even are listening to what I'm telling you right now. Today is a really important day. I want to be at work. You know why all of this has happened, right? You know who's to blame for all of this?
Yes, okay. Look, like, I know you're going to pick on my little brother Corey, but just leave him alone. He's had a tough day. He's really tired.
That has got to be the biggest joke of the century. You're serious with me right now, aren't you? This is just unbelievable.
Well, I mean, come on. He's my little brother. Do you really expect me to just accuse him? Of course not. I'm going to stay there and stick up for him.
I'm just wondering how long you're going to be doing that, Tiffany. I mean, how long are we going to be putting up with this kid?
Don't call him a kid. He is 28 years old.
Look, I don't care what his age is or how big his body is. That dude right there is a child.
Hey, can you, like, not talk about my brother like that? I hate it when you put him down all the time. He is special.
Yeah, well, special is one way to describe him, isn't it? Honestly, Tiffany, look, I respect that he's your brother and that you really care for him. I mean, he's family at the end of the day. You're meant to care for family. At the same time, how long is it going to be until you realize that this guy is just not going anywhere?
Hey, what do you mean? Don't say that about him. You don't know what his potential is.
Come on, this guy sits in his room all day playing video games. He doesn't even shower. Where do you see that type of person going?
Well, he's still got some potential. I mean, he's always talking about that streaming thing he wants to get started up, right? Have a little bit of faith in him. Maybe he's going to hit it big one day.
What do you mean? At this point, I don't even think it's a possibility. I mean, let's face the facts. Doing something like a stream doesn't take a lot of effort or production. All he's got to do there is do what he always does, but have it recorded with some commentary over it.
Well, you never know. He's just preparing his heart for it. Like, I kind of understand how he feels. Sometimes these things are kind of like a mood thing. You can't just do it when you're not in the right mood.
Tiffany, you need a wake-up call. He's been saying that for about 5 years now. When is he just gonna get around to doing it?
Well, you know what they say, right? Good things come in time. Let's not try and force him to do it or anything.
I am never gonna get anywhere with you when it comes to him, am I? You're always gonna take his side.
Well, like, he's my brother at the end of the day. I've known him longer than I've known you, and I don't care what you say about him, but I think he can do something. I have faith in him, even if no one else does.
Tiffany, honestly, when I met you, I thought you were a lot smarter than this. I mean, your dad would always talk about you. He said you were an amazing woman, and I've got to be honest. When I first met you, you were. But this is just getting stupid now.
Well, what do you mean by that? What's changed about me? I think I'm the same person I've always been.
Well, let's be real. You haven't really. I mean, ever since we decided to take on your brother, things have been terrible here.
Oh, look at my little Greggy being so grumpy all the time. Someone needs a big cuddle when I get home.
What I need is a normal day where I can wake up, get ready, and go to work. I don't need to be rushing around panicking because I think someone stole my car.
Well, look, I guess the only solution is to just buy him a car.
Tiffany, you honestly did not just say that.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of obvious, right? He needs to get around too, you know. Can't just be on that bike all the time. Come on, Greg. How about you just be a little bit generous for once and get him an early Christmas present? I'm sure he'll repay the favor one day.
Yeah, right. Can I remind you that this isn't the first time that he supposedly borrowed something of mine? Let's face it, what happened today was theft.
He didn't steal the car. Don't be so dramatic. He's family. Family can't steal from each other.
Okay, Tiffany, sure. Let me just go into your purse and take out $500. It's not stealing because you're my family, right? I need you to listen to me because I am at my wit's end with all of this. The car has been a very, very big issue, but it doesn't stop there. This is a bunch of little things that have led up to a very big event. Do you know that this isn't the first time your brother has decided to touch my things?
Come on, he's not that bad.
Tiffany, I have seen him walking around the house in the same clothes as me.
He wanted to make you laugh.
No, he didn't. He's blatantly taking my stuff. I'm telling you now, it all started with tiny things. Maybe I'd buy some snacks for myself and he would get into it. I didn't really think much of it, even though I did confront him about it. When I did so, he was like, "Well, a gift you buy for other people brings more happiness than a gift you buy yourself." He didn't stop eating my snacks from that point on, mind you.
Well, yeah, my brother is like doing you a favor there. I mean, he doesn't want you to get fat, so he's eating the snacks on your behalf.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna get on my knees and bow to my savior. Thank you so much, Corey. Thank you for your salvation. I don't know what I would have done without you. I mean, if you didn't consume those calories, that wouldn't have done anything to me. Then I don't know what I would have done.
Well, hey, don't complain about it. It's just junk food at the end of the day. I think you deserve to be punished for it.
Tiffany, that was the first pack of chips I bought in like a month. I never eat that stuff, but obviously on the rare occasion I do want to eat it.
Oh, come on. Are you really going to sit there and complain to me about a couple of chips? It's not really a big deal, is it? Sounds pretty childish, to be honest.
Tiffany, you know this extends far beyond just a little packet of chips. I mean, the guy uses everything of mine. He uses my body soap, uses my shampoo, he uses my cologne. And do you know what? I shouldn't have been surprised that he was the one that took my car. Because remember that time he took my bike as well?
Come on, his friends were coming from out of town and he wanted to show off to them. Are you really gonna get angry at him for that?
Tiffany, once again, he took it without my permission. And he doesn't even have the license to drive it. That was his first time on a bike. It is amazing that he didn't get killed on it. Better yet, it's amazing that he didn't get a scratch on it.
Well, there you go. Maybe he's not as incapable as you think he is. Clearly, he can get around without a license.
Tiffany, are you going mental right now? This isn't exactly something to be praising him for. He has been doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, well, look, I know my brother has his faults, but he's family at the end of the day. I love him for it. You don't know what he's been through. It's been tough on him, you know.
I'm sure it's been tough on him. I mean, a man that's already 28 and has been living off his family's good graces all this time.
Hey, it may look like that now, but I am telling you, it wasn't that great when we were kids. Him and I went through the ringer. Our parents weren't too nice to us. I mean, let's face it, my dad worked really hard for his company, right? That's a heavy burden to put on a young boy's shoulders. He was expecting Corey to inherit that thing. Can you imagine growing up knowing you had to be king of some kind of empire? It's not good on a kid's mentality. Me as well. They treated me like I was the princess of this family. And you know what? I guess I am at the end of the day. I mean, I'm doing my modeling career right now, right?
Okay, Tiffany, you have a point. I don't know exactly what happened in your childhood. I'm not really sure what Corey went through at the same time. Then again, does it really matter? I mean, he's 28 years old now. You'd think that'd be enough time to get your act together and start doing something with your life.
Well, he's doing what he enjoys, and I think that's great.
Come on, Tiffany, let's put aside the fact that he's been stealing my possessions. Let's just take a look at his behavior in general. I mean, he doesn't pay rent, he doesn't work, he doesn't do any housework around here. How much longer are we gonna babysit this dude? I mean, at some point, you and I want kids, right? We gotta make way for those kids. We can't have him here.
Well, why don't you just look at this as practice for kids?
Let me give you a news flash, Tiffany. I don't plan on raising 28-year-old children.
Look, Greg, you have a lot of respect for my father, don't you?
Of course I do. You know that already.
Okay, and this is the arrangement that you and my father made. My father taught you everything. You know, he's made you into the guy you are now. You two had an arrangement that you would take on my brother, right?
Yes, we did. I don't want you to remind me of that.
Well, I think you need reminding, because the way you're talking about it right now is inappropriate. You had an arrangement with my dad for this to happen, and that means you shouldn't be complaining about it.
Okay, Tiffany. So what you're telling me is that because of this arrangement, I should just let this guy take my car whenever he wants?
Well, I'm not saying that, but just have a little bit more leniency toward him. Come on. He's a sweet guy, you know it. I know he gets on your nerves and he ticks you off all the time, but on the inside, you know there's some good in him.
Unbelievable. So you still support this guy? You support him more than your husband?
Well, look, Greg, I'm sorry to say, but in this circumstance, I do. Please don't get angry at him. If you really want him to create a future for himself and to get out of the house, then you'll just let him do it at his own pace. If you give him any sort of negative treatment, it's going to forestall that in the future.
This has got to be the biggest joke of the century. Well, would you look at that? Your brother's pulled up in the driveway. Oh, yeah, by the way, he's using my car again. What a guy. Corey.
Oh, hey man. What's going on? Are you enjoying your weekend? It's pretty cold out here, isn't it? A good day to just, stay at home and get really cozy. Just chill out, How have you been spending it?
My weekend has been going just fine up until this point.
Oh, yeah? What are you doing?
Well, I was just watching a little bit of Hell's Kitchen on TV. It's a nice way to cool down after a long week of working. Can I ask you something?
Sure, man, anything. You're my bro. You know that? My family. I'm always here for you.
Okay, well, I was sitting here enjoying my weekend, but just right now I heard the engine on my car start. And it's driving out of the driveway. That wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm just like going out for a date,
What do you mean you're just like going out for a date? Also, if you're in my car, what the hell do you think you're doing texting? I want you to drive that thing back here right now.
Whoa, man, can you just calm down? Look, I'm going on a date. I can't drive it back here. And don't worry about the texting thing. I'm totally stopping at the lights and everything. There's no way that I'm gonna text you and drive at the same time.
This is exactly why you don't have a license. Don't you realize that you can't do these things? You shouldn't be texting even if you are at lights. It's illegal.
Okay, fine, man. I've pulled over. So, what is it? What do you want to talk about? I'm already late for this date.
Corey, I couldn't give 2 cents about your date. Your meeting some girl is not important to me. What's important to me is that my car gets back here safely. What the hell do you think you're doing? Just taking my car without permission for a second time? Did we not talk about this last time?
Yeah, man. Look, I know you were totally angry and everything. I'm sorry I did that, but I totally got permission this time.
What do you mean you got permission? I don't remember being asked anything. What did you do? Ask me when I was asleep or something?
No, man, of course not. I asked my sister Tiff, and she totally gave me the okay.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You intend to drive my car to some date that you probably met off a dating app. Instead of asking me who actually owns the car, you ask your sister.
Yeah, dude, pretty much.
Corey, I'm just really flabbergasted whenever I talk to you. What is going on in that head of yours? Are there a couple of cogs in there that just need to be kicked into gear? Do I need to whack you for you to start understanding what you can do and what you can't do?
Hey, man, just chill out. I got permission, didn't I? That's the most important thing at the end of the day.
Okay, fine. So the next time that I want to borrow Tiffany's phone, I'm just going to ask you for permission, am I?
Hey, man, just chill out. We're family. You should be wanting to help me. I don't know why you're always so angry all the time.
Corey, it's because what you're doing is always out of place. People have boundaries and you're trespassing on them. Doesn't that get through your head?
Yeah, look, I know you're angry and everything, but just have a little bit more leniency. I mean, how would you feel? I'm going on a date, I want to make a good impression on her. You've got a mad, wicked car. I know she's gonna totally show me her knockers if she sees this thing.
Is that really how you think this type of thing goes, Corey? You think that if you drive around in a cool car, that a girl's just gonna do whatever she wants for you?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a sick ride, yo.
That's actually what you think, isn't it? So you reckon the time that I met Tiffany, she saw my car and then she instantly just pulled out her knockers for me?
Well, yeah, why not? That's what girls do, right?
Honestly, you really are hopeless. I can't believe a man of 28 years old has come this far just on luck.
Hey, man, you really just, gotta stop putting me down and everything. You don't see me saying mean things to you, do you?
I would like to see you try, Corey. I would like to see you try insulting me for something.
Well, I mean, I could do it, but I just don't want to. I'm not like that.
You know what, Corey? I get it. Fine. You've got a date today. You want to impress her. That's what everyone wants to do on their first date. How about you just go out there and be awesome instead of pretending to be awesome?
Hey, man, I don't know. I think I'm pretty awesome. What do you mean, pretend to be awesome?
Well, clearly that is not your car. You're just pretending to be awesome.
Oh, yeah, right. I guess you have a point.
Exactly. So maybe next time when you come back from that date, you can come home, throw all your video games out, and start working out or something.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard me. I know you're gonna have a little bit of resistance to it at first, but I'm telling you right now, it's for your own good.
Hey, man, I just, totally don't understand the need to do that, you know?
How could you not understand the need to do it?
Well, there's a car here already that I can use. Why would I need to work out?
It's not just about the car. I mean, look, what I'm saying is, why don't you use your time more effectively? I mean, you can go get a job for once, earn the money, and then buy a car yourself.
I could do that. Or you could just be a good brother-in-law and just let me borrow it. I don't see the big deal.
The big deal is that I don't let children drive my car. I don't let anyone drive my car for that matter.
Bro, that is just so low. I'm like 28 years old.
Corey, you're 28 years old with a Lego collection in your room.
This is just like totally sucks, man. I don't know why you're so mean to me all the time. Just like, what do I have to do to get on your good side?
Just stop getting in my way and stealing my things. I also noticed that my jacket's gone missing. That wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Yeah, it's a good jacket. It's kind of small though. What are you, like size S or something?
That jacket is a size L, which just shows you that you're too big to fit in it. Now, I don't know why you put that thing on, because if you break it, there's gonna be all hell breaking loose. Alright, you know what? That's enough talking. How about you come home and I promise that I won't get angry with you this time? I just want my car here safe and sound.
Like, no way. I told you, didn't I? I have a date.
That doesn't matter. You can get a date another time.
Are you kidding me? This is like the first match I've had on Tinder in like 3 years.
Well, it looks like you're just gonna have to wait another 3 years then, aren't you? Give me back my car or there's gonna be consequences.
Yeah, well, you know what? Screw you, man. I'll just buy you a McFlurry on the way home. That'll make you happy.
What is with you two? Do you think the world's problem is just solved by buying a McFlurry? I want my car.
Hey, bro, this is just like totally unfair, you know? Just where are you hiding the car keys? They're not in the place that you always put them. I've got some things to do. I need to drive that car. Where is it? I'm running on a tight schedule, so if you can hurry up, that'd be great. Oh, and by the way, I need like a wicked outfit tonight. It's really important. There's like this weird lock on your closet and I can't get in there. So what do you think? Can you come help a brother out?
You didn't think that maybe there was a reason I've got everything locked, Corey? You didn't think that there's a reason why you can't find the keys?
Yeah, look, I don't know. Maybe you were just like really clumsy and you lost it. That's probably what happened, right? Don't worry. When you come back home, I'll help you look for them. I really need to use that car though.
Look, Corey, today marks the day that I'm drawing a line in the sand. I don't want you taking anything from me. And I mean anything.
What do you mean, bro? I don't take anything from you. We're sharing, right? Like, what's mine is yours.
Okay, so what exactly is yours that I can use?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to wear my tie-dye shirt?
If that's meant to be a joke, I'm not laughing. Corey, look, everything has been building up to the point where it can't go on any longer. I've got a lifestyle and boundaries that I want you to respect. I get it, you want a car, you want fancy clothes. We all do. But you're just gonna have to work hard like everyone else. You gotta start putting effort into getting these things. I'm not gonna let you scab off of me anymore.
Oh, come on, man. Like, why are you being this way? Whatever happened to, like, universal love and stuff?
What are you talking about right now? Corey, don't you get that this has been a very one-way relationship? Up until this point, you've been taking everything from me. I am not gonna stand for it any longer. I don't even want you to have one little squirt of shampoo.
Hey man, that's just like taking it way too far. Even I have to wash my hair. I mean, that's just like my best quality, man.
Get a job! Corey, I'm not gonna be sitting here telling you over and over again. Hopefully now that you're forced to do something like this, you're actually gonna do it, right?
Yeah, look, I don't know. Maybe just give me a year and I might be able to start making the resumes.
You really are quite the specimen, aren't you, Corey? I mean, you're really expecting me to give you a year?
Well, look, man, I didn't really want to say this, but you're not in charge of the house, right?
What are you getting at right now?
Well, yeah, let's be honest. Everything you have at the moment is from my dad. I mean, he's given you this house. He's given you that car. He's probably paying for the rent. I mean, I know we don't want to talk about it very much, but that's the arrangement you made with my dad, right? He'd give you all the stuff and you'd let me live with you. Not only that, but you're not even the main income in this family. My sister's the one with the big popular modeling career, right? If I had to say there was a captain of this ship, it'd be her.
You really got some nerve saying something so idiotic to me, don't you?
Well, hey man, you wanted the hostility, so I'm just giving it back to you. And look, I'm just stating the facts. I'm not trying to be hateful or anything like that.
You think just because your dad paid for everything that means you have power over me? Do you really want me to sit here and think that you're acting vicariously for your dad?
I mean, man, look, I don't want to flex on you or whatever, but that's basically what's happening, isn't it? I mean, my sister is the head honcho of this house, and I'm the son of the guy that gave us everything. If anything, you're just an extra accessory, dude. So I don't know why you're trying to act like you're the authority here.
So that's really how you feel about things?
Yeah. Well, it's not just that, to be honest. Man, you're kind of annoying me.
Oh, really? I'm the one that's annoying you?
Yeah, just whenever I'm trying to focus on a game or something, you always barge in and tell me to wash my dishes or something. It's what's gonna happen? Is the world gonna end just because there's a cup sitting in the sink? I'm getting sick of you strolling around my house thinking it's yours.
Okay, so now it's your house, is it? This is just absolutely fantastic. Come on, Corey, what else have you been thinking about?
Well, I'm also thinking that you're not really a good suit for my sister, are you? I mean, you've got a really negative personality, man. You're so serious about everything. It's no one can make a mistake in front of you. If they do, you'll pull it out. I know how my sister is feeling. She's getting pretty annoyed about it too.
Really? Huh? So that's what all of you been talking about. People have been talking about me behind my back after all this time.
Well, we kind of have to. Man, you're pretty erratic at the moment. Someone needs to put you on a leash.
So what are you getting at right now? Corey, you really want me to get out of this house?
Yeah, if you could just do that, that would be a big help to everyone. I mean, my sister will move on and get someone better in her life.
Are you 100% sure that's what your sister wants?
Well, yeah, she keeps telling me that she's sick of you bringing her mood down and whatnot. So why not? I think everyone would be happier for this. I mean, you want a proper household, right? In my opinion, this is the best solution for everyone. I mean, of course, I know you're pretty into my sister. She's a great girl, isn't she? Any guy's gonna feel pretty bad about giving something like that up. But it's what's best. If you can just put your own selfish feelings aside, then I think everyone can be happy.
Well, this is just so grand, isn't it? So you're the one that steals my car, steals my bike, steals my possessions, steals my clothes, and I turn out to be the bad guy?
Look, you're just a really uncooperative person. I mean, is that how you view me, like some criminal or something? You're the only person in my friend circle to think of me that way.
Corey, that's because you're surrounding yourself with other losers.
Hey man, you can't call them that. You don't see me expressing my opinion about your friends. I mean, from my point of view, all of your corporate friends are pretty dull and lack a personality. I mean, they speak like they're from a different planet or something. I've got no idea what they're saying.
This is just fantastic. What an afternoon. Thank you for this, Corey. You know what? I'll grant you your wish. You don't want me there, do you?
Not really, to be honest.
Additionally, you don't want me with your girlfriend either.
It's not really ideal, to be honest with you, man.
All right. That's fine. Don't worry, I'll get out of your hair. I'll give you the precious house that you desire. Let me say right now, though, this is the last you'll see me. Doesn't matter how much you cry back to me, I am not coming back there.
Yeah, okay, man. That's like totally fine, yo. Hey, look, you reckon before you leave, I could just borrow that car one last time? I really need a McFlurry. I haven't had one in like 3 hours. I'm starving.
If I have to hear the word McFlurry another time, all hell is gonna break loose. Goodbye, Corey.
Oh my god, baby, just like what is going on right now? You're not actually leaving, are you? How could you do this? Look, I know you got some issues with my brother, but I'm pretty sure you guys can sort it out. I just don't understand you boys. Is it that hard to get along? Does my brother really annoy you that much?
Tiffany, if I have to have another conversation about how much your brother inconveniences me, my head is going to explode. You should have expected something like this to happen. You know what? If you're that upset about it, maybe you should blame him for it. He's the one that recommended that you and I get a divorce.
That's exactly what I'm mad about you the most. Like, fine, you want to get a divorce or whatever. I can accept that, but at least have a conversation with me first. I mean, don't be a coward and just tell my brother.
Didn't you listen to what I just said? Corey is the one that suggested it. All I did was say yes.
Do you really want to give up a relationship just because of this? I mean, we've been married for so long right now, right? This is a happy marriage and you're going to tear it all apart just because of my brother?
This isn't just about your brother, Tiffany. This is a much larger issue at hand.
Well, come on, baby. Let's just talk about it, yeah? I mean, you don't have to go to such drastic measures. That's what being in a relationship is about, right? We're meant to communicate. Let's just do that.
You know, Tiffany, I'll tell you whatever you want to know, but I'm telling you right now, there's no chance of us getting back together.
Oh my god, like why? I didn't even have a chance to talk things through. This is so mean, you know.
Don't talk about things being mean to me. I've already sat here and talked about your brother enough, but I think it's time I talked about you.
What do you mean about me? What have I done exactly?
That's exactly what I want to ask you. What have you done exactly, Tiffany?
I am not understanding what is going on right now. Greg, stop being so mean. I have been a good girl, haven't I? I've always been your babe.
Look, I'll be honest with you, Tiffany. You definitely were something when I first knew you. You were different from all the other girls. You knew how to conduct yourself properly. You were unlike your brother, and I honestly admired that. I thought that was special about you. Then there's your dad. I've known him for a long time, and I have a lot of respect for him. And that respect works both ways. He has a lot of respect for me. He knew the type of caliber I was and thought I was perfect for you. We met very casually, and it naturally blossomed into what we are now.
I remember those days. That was like a fairy tale. I remember it like it was yesterday. We had a lot of fun, didn't we?
We were very strong together. Now let's take a look at the present circumstances. Sure, you've continued on with your modeling career, but your mind has changed. It's almost deteriorated.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, let's face it, with the advent of Instagram, your model career has skyrocketed. You're getting much more attention than you used to, but the attention came at a cost. Now, you're just a drone. You put all of your resources and attention into your social media and focusing on your career that nothing gets done at home.
Okay, look, I understand. I have slacked off a little bit, but it's not like I'm doing anything bad, right? I'm just focusing on my career. What's so wrong with that?
The problem is that I'm left at home with your baby brother and having to clean up after his mess. Let me remind you that I've got my own job as well. You've put me in this situation and you had no sympathy towards me. But that's not even the worst part of this. Even if you were a fantastic wife that did everything, I wouldn't forgive you for doing this.
Oh my god, what? Greg, you're just like scaring me so much right now. Honey, babe, I'm your girl. You can open up to me. You can tell me everything. I'm so sorry if you're angry.
The one that needs to open up is you, Tiffany. Why are you going on to all these different destinations to do your modeling? Who is in your company? I can hardly think it's just the modeling agency.
Well, of course it's them. They're the one that helps me out the most. Who else are you thinking it is?
I think there's another character in your company. Someone there not just to take photos. Come on, Tiffany, just admit it. You've been getting chummy with another model, haven't you?
Oh my god, Greg. You're not actually going there, are you? You don't think I'm doing something, do you?
Well, you tell me. You're the one with him all the time.
I can't believe you would actually insinuate something like that. I meant to be your partner. You're telling me you actually don't trust me? Do you actually think that I've been doing something behind your back? Get real with me now.
Tiffany, let's not act like this is something to do with belief. I know you've done this.
Well, how exactly do you know, huh? Tell me.
Do you remember that night that you were staying at a hotel because your team missed the flights? Well, I actually got in contact with your team to make sure everything was okay. I wanted to know they put you in a good place and you had everything that you needed. When I did that, they said that you decided to stay in the country that you were in with another model and you wanted to stay there together. You didn't want to return with the rest of the team. Care to explain what happened there?
Oh my god. Look, Greg, you don't understand. It's not what you think. I know it looks bad, but I can explain myself. You just have to listen to me.
Tiffany, I am done listening to you. I've listened to crap from your brother. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to crap from you either.
Are you serious right now? So, this is it then? You're really going to give up our relationship for something like this?
I sure am, because I'm being honest. It's pretty good timing. I mean, even if you weren't cheating on me in the first place, I was already pretty unsatisfied anyway. I can barely call you a wife if you're not even at home. You're just a stranger at this point.
Greg, please don't say that. Come on, babe. We're a team.
That's the last time that you call me babe. I'll be blocking you now. Don't contact me again. Hey, yo, this is totally out of order, man. Just what the hell do you think you're doing? You gotta come back here straight away. No one told me anything about what was going on here. How come I was the only one that didn't know? So I guess things are going exactly as planned. You guys can't sustain the household, can you? Well, how are we supposed to be sustaining it? You're the one that's been paying for everything, haven't you? From the very beginning, you were supporting it. I sure was. I thought my dad was the one paying for all of this. That's what I was told when I moved in here. What's going on right now? This is your own fault, Corey. You could have kept up to date with everything. Your sister knew what was going on. What's that even supposed to mean? What exactly happened? Well, look, your dad has been going through quite a crisis lately. If you actually went out of your way to speak with him, you would know that he isn't in the best of conditions. What are you trying to tell me? That he's like sick or something? He is sick, but of the mental kind. That man has worked his whole life and he has an empire that he needs to pass on. He doesn't want to be running it anymore. Because he was the one earning the most money, he felt happy to pay for everything at the home. He paid for the house and all the utilities. That sounds great. Isn't that exactly what was going on? Why are people telling me that you were the one paying for it? Well, that's the thing. He needs to pass on his company to someone. And what was he gonna do? pass it on to the kid that just plays video games all day? No, the company's going to me.
Whoa, man, what the hell? That's just crazy. I can't believe he would do that. I mean, I'm kind of sad that he didn't choose me, to be honest. I'm his little boy at the end of the day.
Well, trust me, after he's heard all the things I've told about you, he treats you like the little devil. He doesn't care that you're blood related to him. He is disgusted by you now.
Hey, look, you can say whatever you want about me, and it doesn't bother me if I'm being honest. I don't really care what you think about me, Greg. But don't you dare try and tell me that my father would talk about me that way. That is just so low.
It's about time you felt a little bit of tough love.
Well, anyway, look, that sounds great. If you're the one running the company, that means you can come back here and pay for everything.
Corey, are you out of your mind? Do you really think that I'm gonna come back to a household like that? Especially with all the stresses that I have right now? What am I gonna do when I absolutely need to be in the company and you've taken my car?
Well, yeah, there's a simple solution for that, isn't there? You're earning a lot from being a CEO, so you can just buy me my own car. There we go, problem solved and everyone's happy.
You know what, Corey? At this point, I'm not even saying this to make fun of you. You need therapy. Goodbye. And now you know that I'm busy, so don't you dare bother me again. From that point on, Corey and his sister lost the house they were living in. Being the type of people they are, who have never experienced hardships in their lives, they ran to their father for help. Little did they know that their father knew about everything. He knew about all the times Corey had inconvenienced me, and he knew about the fact that Tiffany cheated on me. They ran there for his help, but they ended up having to beg for his mercy. He wasn't pleased with either of them, and he found a fitting solution to shape them up. He took one look at Corey and realized that he needed to experience true hardship if he was going to become a better man. He put him into a 5-star restaurant that was known for its toxic work culture. Corey was also moved to an apartment with nothing in it. He had appliances to make some food and a desk, nothing else. The apartment is under surveillance so that his father knows that Corey isn't bringing anything that's even mildly stimulating. Corey's daily life now involves going to the restaurant at nighttime and getting his butt kicked by everyone there. He then goes home, sleeps, then stares at the wall, contemplating his life. Tiffany was also moved to an apartment with heavy surveillance. Her phone was taken away and plans were made to completely detoxify her from social media. She was then forced to work in a soup kitchen for homeless people. She spends the rest of her days wishing that she could get me back. As for me, taking over his company was no easy ordeal. But I'm starting to do a pretty good job of it. I will say this much though. It's a lot easier than when I had my brother-in-law giving me a headache every day. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit like if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe to see more similar content. See you in the next video.